Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be another discussion video, and the topic of discussion today is going to be Crash Bandicoot Wumpa League. Since my last video posting on Wumpa League, some more information has been released, and I wanted to give you guys a little update and give a couple of my thoughts out there. So by now, I'm sure most of you have seen this image. If this image is new to you, and this is one of the first videos on my channel that you have seen, this picture was taken from a video with Paul Yan discussing various things about Toys for Bob. The image was shown on screen, and he ignored it and moved on. And this is what we've gotten, and a lot of people assume that this is Wumpa League. There are multiple versions of this image online right now. This is the standard image. I'm going to show you two more images of this picture. So shortly after the video with Paul Yan showed this image, someone online took it upon themselves to add more to the image and release it online so people thought it was legitimate. This is actually a fan creation where they took a Coco, a Crash, and a Cortex, and they tried to put them onto the image to make it look like the full image was legitimate, but this is just a fan creation. And this has tricked many people. Many people thought this was real. On one of my last videos that I had this image in, people were questioning where it came from. This is a fan creation. I found it originally on Reddit. I'm not sure if Reddit is the original place that it existed. However, this is the second version of this image, and now I'm going to show you the most interesting of the three, and my favorite of the three. And here we go. So this is the third version of the image. I don't know which one is more up to date, because frankly, we don't know much about Wumpa League. All the stuff we do know could easily be outdated or abandoned materials. We really and truly don't know what is new and what is old, what is outdated, what is the most recent. But this one of the three is my favorite because it has the living Wumpa Fruit characters, which could technically be a first for the Crash Bandicoot franchise. Again, we're bringing Crash Tag Team Racing back up. It is speculated that Willy Wumpa Cheeks is a sentient Wumpa Fruit. Some people think that he's a mascot, so he's a guy wearing a Wumpa Fruit suit. But point being, this would be another instance in the Crash Bandicoot franchise where the Wumpa Fruits are sentient beings. And similarly, how when the canceled Crash Landed game came out and everyone dubbed the small little Bandicoots the Bandicutes, I would like to call these guys the Wampals. So just throw an L on the end of Wumpa, and you've got the Wampals. So that's what I'm going to be calling the Wampals through the remainder of this video. Instead of saying the sentient Wumpa Fruit or the Wumpa Fruit characters, I'm just going to refer to these guys as the Wampals. So this isn't the only image of the Wampals that exists. We actually have some more, and I'm going to show them to you now. If you visit the Toys for Bob website, one of the tabs is talking about how their office is pet friendly. And if you see there on the far right, you can see some Wampals there. So I'm going to go to another slide that I have, which has a more close-up version of that picture there. So you can see we have the Wampal with his tongue out. It looks like this one's holding a ribbon like he won. Cross-armed. This guy fell over. I can't really make out what's going on with this one here. And then you have one with a top hat. Then you have an angry guy, one that seems to be bowing, one that got hit, one that is melting, and then it says sup. You've got a waiter, it looks like, and a box, and this looks like the spray paint that this one here is using to do some artwork on the wall. And what's cool about this one is he has a mohawk made of leaves from the Wumpa Fruit. So you might even want to call this guy a punk. So he could be a Wumpunk. So you got all these Wumpals and a Wumpunk. So here's another little zoom in. So this one looks really angry. Like it looks like he's purple, like his skin got peeled off and it's showing the meat of the fruit underneath, which would be kind of gross. But I digress. So these are all of the images of the Wampals that we have that go along with the original image that I showed you. And frankly, I would love if these characters got introduced into the series. As far as fodder goes, there isn't many fodder characters. We have a lot of bosses and we have a lot of heroes, but there's not really fodder characters. We have like the lab assistants. There's multiple versions of the lab assistants, but again, we don't have many just fodder characters. And these guys would fit in real well with the series, I think. The humor, and like I said earlier, I think they look really cute. I'm a sucker for cute stuff, and these guys look really cute. The one thing that I did see discussed between me and a couple of my buddies was the thought that these Wampals might actually end up being minion or rabbit-like, which I would personally hate. Just as I was saying, I would love these cute little guys to join the series. If they just became some random little screaming voice boxes that parents keep posting as memes and stuff, I would not be a fan of that. And what would make matters worse is if they took like the whole approach that the Rabbids did and they kind of overshadowed Rayman for multiple years. Imagine if the Wampals got more popular than Crash, and then we had Wampal games instead of Crash Bandicoot games. So that would be the dark timeline, I'd say. I would hate for the Wampals to outshine Crash Bandicoot himself. And that's pretty much the entirety of this video. I wanted to show off all the Wampal images we had, and then I just wanted to give my 2 cents on what I thought about them. Just without repeating myself over and over and using the same word, I really do think these guys are really cute. They're just very expressive and they're very minimalistic. And I think if they were introduced into the series, it could like bring some much needed humor into the franchise. Not saying that there's no humor in the franchise, but these guys look like they could bring an additional step to that. And then as a marketing standpoint, these guys would be so precious to have. I would love to have a couple Wampal plushies to just toss in the house and for my daughter to play with. You know, we can get keychains and stuff. And that's just me talking about marketing now. Anyway, everybody, I really hope that you're enjoying and staying safe during this pandemic. I'm going to keep on posting videos, giving my thoughts, making theory videos. If there's anything in the franchise that you have questions about or plot holes that you've discovered that you'd like my 2 cents on, like I said, I do fan theories, I do all sorts of things. So I always appreciate the views and the comments, and I will try and get to everybody in the comment section. So thanks for sticking with me through all these years, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a great night. P.S. The secret word for the video is Wampals.